Hi, welcome back to Queerful Consideration. I'm your host with the most fluid gender identity in the magic video broadcasting sphere. Let's see here. We've got Desolation Twin as the rare, which is not very good. Dampening Pulse is excellent. And then we've got a selection. We've got some white removal in the Awaken. And that's all the removal. Sludge Crawler is an excellent 1-drop. Kozilek's Channeler is good value. But Retreat to Emeria is excellent, and it's splashable, and it just is value upon value. United Front is also good. If that comes back around, it tells us the white ally strategies are open. And Courier Griffin also fits nicely into that, so it's a very white-rich pack. But I'll take it. Overall, it's a very good pack. There's lots of great playables here. I'm going to take the Retreat to Emeria because it might just be the strongest card in the pack. Looking at this pack, well, we've got a Rolling Thunder. We have a Canopy Vista, which is some value, I believe. Let's see here. Yeah, 1 ticket. It's okay. That being said, it looks like a common was taken, and I'm going to guess that's a Sky Spawner. I can't imagine taking a Sky Spawner over a Rolling Thunder, but I'm going to take the Rolling Thunder here. The Hedron Archive is also very valuable, but Rolling Thunder definitely leads us to an 18-land kind of strategy as well as the Retreat. Outnumber is wonderful, but it's not going to come back around. I'm not sure I'm really expecting to get anything back from this pack, but Rolling Thunder is probably the second best uncommon besides Retreat to Emeria, so I'm going to take it. Here we have some interesting choices. The Core Castigator is an ally. It doesn't really do anything. It just triggers allies. Snapping Gnarlin's very good 2-drop. Spawning Bed's good. The Geopede is a landfall trigger, which is pretty good. I mean, it's a 3-2. But the Serpentine Spike is huge. And for 7 mana, wipes your board and call it 7 mana worth of or 7 points worth of damage. 9 points worth of damage, actually. You know what? I think I just have to take the Serpentine Spike, and then let's get aggressive. Or at least get a little more grindy. Evolving Wild's also a consideration here. It goes well with the Retreat to Emeria. Would help us splash the Retreat if we need to, but Serpentine Spike is just big. Here we've got a McKinley Patrol, a Gideon's Reproach, a Boiling Earth, a Turn Against. Gideon's Reproach is good removal, and I'll take it. Also, a consideration is Benthic Infiltrator, but, yeah, you know what? Let's go. Alright, here we go. Well, we've got a Transgress the Mind, we've got a Courier Griffin, we've got a Serene Steward, and a Castigator. Now, the Steward is an ally. There is some life gain to be had in white outside of the white-black synergies. So I'm gonna take it. It's a pretty big payoff card, but the Courier Griffin is also an option. I'm going to take the Serene Steward first. I do need low drops, and it's a bear. I mean, it's a bear with upside, but it's a bear. I'll take it. Alright, looking at this pack here, well, there's really nothing, there's absolutely nothing in red, and very little in white. The Inspired Charge is not where I want to be right now. The Slab Hammer, however, goes really well with the Retreat to Emeria, so I'm going to take that. It's worth noting there's an Alice Watcher, Silent Skimmer, Hagra Sharpshooter. Here, well, Roiling Miasma, or Rising Miasma is pretty good against us, but I'm not going to take it. The Courier Griffin is one of those life gain synergies that I was talking about, and I'm absolutely thrilled to take it here. Alright, well, we've got a Sandstone Bridge, which is a possibility, an Inspired Charge, which could go into the deck eventually, but ultimately, we do look to be going allies here, and Reckless Cohort is an ally. Generally not great, but I do need low-drop creatures, and it's a bear with downside. But yeah, between the Serene Steward and the Retreat, and I'm sure other allies to come, I think it's worth taking here, since I only have 2 creatures. Next up, well, we have a Cliffside Lookout, which is an ally, but the Courier Griffin came back around. This is awesome to pick up on the wheel. Now, it was a very white-rich pack. The McKinley Slide Runner is also a very good card in an early drop. But I do want as many of these synergies as I can get from the Serene Steward, and so I'm going to go with that. I think I can pick up more Cliffside Lookouts later. Okay, here, nothing. I'll go ahead and hack a Beastmaster, just because that card is really good in the big green-white decks. Nothing here is any good, so I'll go ahead and take the Call of the Scions out. Seems almost cruel. Green, it's really hard to put together a good green deck in this format, and so taking good green cards out of packs seems cruel, but, you know, so maybe the Wave Wing was a better take there. Ooh, Foily Forest. Yeah, get in there. But, yeah, I mean, it's more likely that I'm going to end up facing that Wavewing Elemental than the Tajuru Beastmaster. But, that being said, the Tajuru Beastmaster does do a hell of a job in a deck, especially in a deck with Call of the Scions, of putting away games that you maybe thought you weren't going to be losing. Here, the Stalwart's fine, but I actually might play a Boiling Earth at some point, so I'd rather take the somewhat viable card. Giant Mantis is, however, a giant pain in my butt when it comes to the Courier Griffin, so I'll take that, and happily get an island here at the end. Water falling into a hole. Speaking of green, well, we've got a Brood Monitor, a Beastmaster, a Gnarlid, and a Green Warden of Marasa, all of which are great. The Malakir Familiar is very good at getting in my way. The only red card is an Upheaval, which is terrible, and a Tandem Tactics. Now, the only reason I'm taking this Tandem Tactics instead of any of these other excellent cards is because it has life gain on it. But yeah, Mist Intruder, Spell Shrivel, man, this is about the biggest blank we could have opened in our colors. Let's hope we are getting past some good stuff. Goldraw's Overseer, not really where I want to be, and literally not another... Let's see, there's a Lava Step Raider and a Fortified Rampart. God, that's terrible. Is the Looming Spires really the pick here? Is that what I've come to? Looming Spires? Well, it makes a creature a little bit bigger and gives it first strike for a turn, which is okay. It has a synergy with the Slab Hammer. Yeah, okay, I guess I'll take it. Here, well, there's an Outnumber. There's also a Smite the Monstrous, Tajuru Warcaller, my god. I'm hoping the Medic comes back around. The question is, do I want a Stone Fury or a Smite? They actually do basically the same job. The Outnumber kills another creature as well, but I think the Smite is best, even though I am kind of jammed up at 4. I don't want to take a 5 just because I'm jammed up at 4. I think the Smite the Monstrous does the exact same job Stone Fury does, only a little bit better. So, yeah, passing an Outnumber, but removal is good. That being said, I do already have 3 pretty great removal spells. Nah, I'm taking the Smite. Stonehaven Medic will hopefully come around. Here, Valakut Predator is excellent. Tunneling Geopede's fine. Court Castigator is an ally, but I don't really have any strong ally synergies here at this point. Shadow Glider is a flyer that gets in. Sheer Drop is pretty great. I wouldn't mind a Sure Strike either. I think I take the Shadow Glider here over the Sheer Drop because I do want to be a little bit more aggressive and because I just need creatures. Here, none of this stuff's any good. The Eldrazi Devastator is maybe a little bit past where I want to reach. I'm already running a 7-drop. Do I really need a big 8-drop creature? Zulaport Cutthroat is a little crazy. I think I'm going to take it just as a potential splash, because I'm pretty sure I don't want a Lava Step Raider. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to take that Zulaport Cutthroat just to get the hell out of there. Is it possible I'll splash it? Yeah, it's possible. Here I've got an interesting choice. Goblin Warpaint or Core Castigator. Now, Core Castigator is a creature, and I need creatures. Goblin Warpaint definitely makes my early creatures better, but that being said, or my flyers better. That being said, I think I just need early creatures, so the Castigator is my pick. Another Silent Skimmer, which basically stonewalls my whole crew. Some green cards that are good, but I'm not really worried about green, and a Processor Assault, which I don't have any way to ingest for, so let's call it the Castigator and move on. Lithomancer's Focus is an excellent combat trick. Sure Strike is a pretty good combat trick, but Fire Mantle Mage is actually quite good. I do have a few allies, and Retreat to Emeria can trigger it every turn, potentially. So, I like it. It's also a creature. It's a 3-mana 2/2. So we're coming to the back half of Pack 2 here. I'm not going to find a Lantern Scout here. Probably not going to find a Resolute Blade Master or anything like that. I actually think I'm getting to the wheel pick real soon. I think this is going to be the last pack that I see fresh. But it's unlikely that one of those good cards are going to be coming around to me. So I'm really looking for for the next pack here. Oh, Shatterskull Recruit. Well, it's an ally. It comes with Menace. It's a 5-drop, which gives me some high end. The other option would be the Lithomancer's Focus or the Sandstone Bridge, and I don't think I want to be there. Although the Sandstone Bridge definitely has utility. I'll take the Recruit. It's possible I'll play it. Here, okay, yet again, a whole lot of nothing. I guess I take the Beastmaster. But yeah, I'm hoping next pack to pick up a Lantern Scout or a Resolute Blade Master. Hell, I'd even take a Core Blade Whirl. Some of those good ally payoff cards would be great. Lantern Scout being one of the chief payoff cards. It's a 3-mana ally, comes down early, makes racing basically impossible. As long as you can build up a little momentum, it takes over a game. Here I've got a choice between a Fortified Rampart or a Lava Step Raider. This Raider's not an ally, so really doesn't do anything in my deck. The Calastrian Nightwatch I could just hack, but I'll take a Rampart. There's a non-zero chance it ends up in my deck. Ugh. I really hope it doesn't end up in my deck. Alright, well here we've got a Stone Fury, a Whiptail, or an Angelic Gift. Now, Gift can toss some of my creatures into the air, but none of them really need to get into the air. Stone Fury's removal, it's at the 5-drop slot. Whiptail is a creature, and I need creatures, but Stone Fury, man. Instant speed removal. Sure Strike is a trick. I'm okay with it. Lava Step Raider or Angelic Gift, man, I don't want either one of those guys, but I guess there's a non-zero chance I end up playing a Lava Step Raider. And a Goblin Warpaint. Hey, Swamp. And a not bad looking one, I might add. Also, value, picked up a Foily Forest. Alright, Smoldering Marsh is an interesting choice here. I do want to point out that the Stonehaven Medic that was around didn't come back. Now, there's an Expedition Envoy. It's an ally. It's an ally. I don't think I'm that aggressive. I think Cliffside Lookout is more of the ally I'd want to take here. The Stonehaven Medic triggers my Serene Steward. Is that enough reason to put it into the deck? Man, I don't know. Smoldering Marsh could let me splash the Zulaport Cutthroat. It's also just value, I think. Marsh. 1 ticket and change. I'm going to take it. The only thing I'm really passing up on here is potentially a Stonehaven Medic. So, yeah, get over here. Here, wow, a whole lot of nothing. There's a Sky Spawner, which I thought the guy ahead of me took the Sky Spawner first pick. So I'm shocked to see it gone here. The Wasteland Strangler is quite good and is seeing some play in Standard. Retreat to Hogger I like a lot. Tide Drifter does good work. Turn Against or Felidar Cub? I think it's Turn Against. Kitesail Scout, Sandstone Bridge, Defiant Bloodlord. I mean, wow, these packs are miserable. I really don't want to be playing a Kitesail Scout. There's just no reason to play a Kitesail Scout. I'll take a Sandstone Bridge for the board. Crumble to Dust. God, these packs are awful. Another Brood Monitor. I'm going to get killed by a green deck this draft, aren't I? That's terrible. Tandem Tactics, Spell Shrivel, Ruin Processor. I mean, shit, the Ruin Processor. At least I could cast it as a 7/8, even if I can't exile anything. Oh, man, this is bad. I'm not going to run another Tandem Tactics. Alright. Ondu Rising gives things lifelink. Shadow Glider is a flyer. The Stonehaven Medic is a cleric that triggers my Serene Steward. Reckless Cohort is an ally. Valakut Invoker is a pretty good creature, as is Valakut Predator. I gotta take the Glider here. Hoping one of these good cards comes back around. That's the second Crumble to Dust. God bless him. Here, Shadow Glider, Stonehaven Medic, Stone Fury. I'm just short on creatures, so I'm going to take another Shadow Glider. Looks like I'm pretty reliably putting up an Air Force, which is a good place to be. If any of those Stonehaven Medics come back around, I will be putting them in the deck. Just because, A, I need creatures, and B, the Serene Steward with that medic can really make my flyers into big problems. Alright, this is an interesting choice here. Ghostly Sentinel is good. Core Entanglers, also known as Heaviest Infantry, is fine. I don't think I have enough allies to make it great. Honestly, the Valakut Predator is a good 3-drop. It's a creature, and I need low-drop creatures, and it's a 4/4 most of the time since I am going to be running 18 lands in this deck. So I think it gets in here. The good news is I'm ready to make some cuts. So clearly, when I look at this, what's at replacement value? Well, Shatterskull Recruit's not great. But the first creature to go is going to be this Fortified Rampart. And the Tandem Tactics or Sure Strike, one of those two is definitely... Oh, God. This is so bad. Grove Tinder Druid, Swell of Growth, Fortified Rampart, Blister Pod, Scythe Raider. Ugh. All of it's bad. That was my last chance to get a really good card. Now we're going back through the packs. The first pack was basically a null for us, so our next pick is also going to be terrible. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys, man. Good news is we did pick up a Boiling Earth at some point during the draft, so if we end up against a heavy Spawn deck or a heavy Scion deck, we've got something to bring in against that. I guess that's looking at the upside here. Cliffside Lookout, Expedition Envoy, or a splashed Colostrian Nightwatch. I think the Cliffside Lookout is enough better that I'm gonna take it. The possibility of pumping my creatures is certainly better than the Fortified Rampart. It's also an ally, so it can hold my Reckless Cohort back if I need to, until it can pump them into a 3/3, so that's good. Reckless Cohort, why are you so bad? Also, why are you chopping off a tentacle with what looks like a baseball bat? That's not a sword. You have a family, mine died at Seagate. You go to yours and I'll go to mine. Yeah, well, that's a fairly good description of what that card does most of the time. Runs right into death. Here, Goblin Warpaint isn't going to make it. Felidar Cub does, and actually can do some good work against the Tightening Coils or a pesky Retreat. I think what comes out instead is going to be a Sure Strike or a Tandem Tactics, and I think it's Sure Strike thanks to the fact that Tandem Tactics does have a life gain synergy with the Serene Steward. Here, none of this is any good. I'll take a Bloodlord. Rare draft. Crumble to dust. You know, the Goblin Warpaint could see play. Crumble to dust, because none of that's getting played. Brilliant Spectrum. Brilliant Spectrum damn near killed them. Childish joke for you guys. Huh. Well, none of those Stonehaven Medics came back around, which makes me think somebody out there is doing the white-black deck. Volcanic Upheaval. In the worst case, I guess that makes it into the deck. Although I'm not sure what removal spell I would want above it. It's a cool island, or a cool mountain, that is. I didn't get any planes this draft, but I got myself a cool mountain. Alright, looking at this, you know, sort by converted mana cost, 13 creatures, 9 others, group creatures separately. Slab Hammer's going to be fine. Smite, Stone, you know, so Gideon's Reproach is my only early removal, but Smite, Stone Fury, Serpentine, Rolling Thunder, all of which are really good late game removal spells. My idea is to put out some early creatures, hopefully some flying pressure, and just try to overpower the game. My only life gain for Serene Steward are 2 Courier Griffins and a Tandem Tactics. Not great. Not gonna lie, it's not great. I could put in another Tandem Tactics, but I don't think it's worth it versus the other stuff that's in here. And the Slab Hammer is solid. Now, in terms of life gain, I could put in this Zulaport Cutthroat. It is an ally, but I'm low on creatures, so having my creatures die doesn't seem great. I am going to run, so I think I'm just going to run it like this. Yeah, let's combine groups, let's sort by color. Now I do want the white very early and often. I want the red, but all my double red is late game. So what does Magic think? Magic thinks 9/9. I'm going to go down to 8/8, add those to deck, and put in my 1 Sandstone Bridge and my 1 Looming Spires. Why? Well, because Slab Hammer works really well with those. So let's go ahead and submit the deck. I can't say it's great, but hopefully it'll be consistent with putting up some flying pressure and getting us a little bit of value off our Serene Steward, which gets us to the end of the game. Oh man, I don't think this is going to go well. See you in round 1.